What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Going to do a real quick final review over the Remette BEE. This thing is honestly, it's pretty dope. I really like this thing. It's honestly, I have a few knives that I really like this year. Like this year that came out. The Devo Tallboy was my main one at the time, but after getting to handle this thing right here is, I think it's my favorite right now. It's just phenomenal. I like the ergos. Feels great in my hand. It's a little small, like if you don't choke up on it, but obviously you can choke up if you want, and you have like plenty of real estate, I guess you could say. You have a little extra little finger space right there. But this thing has kind of won me over. Like I love this thing. It's freaking crazy. I don't know why. It just kind of appeals to me, and I don't know why. It just does. Um, First off, I guess I would really like the rear flipper tab. Now, I'm not usually a flipper tab kind of guy, like the rear one. Not usually my favorite way to do it, but I really like this because it's small and elegant. It's not like over too much sticking out. Like it's sticking out just enough to really get it on there, your finger on there, and pop it up. Sounded kind of bad, my bad. That's what she said, right? It does have a little bit of jimping right there, just enough to, again, just really get it on. Like, it works just about every time. Like, I really have no problems with this rear flipper tab. I like it. It's small, it's out of the way, and it just works. And I like the thumb studs also. I can thumb flick it really well. And usually I have some problems with frame locks and stuff like that. And then the reverse flick is nice also. So opening it, this thing is awesome. Like, just does a great job overall. I do like the jimping also. It doesn't come out too awful far, especially if you choke up. Like, you're definitely going to be missing it for the most part. But if you're just like regular, like back here, like it's perfect. And that's not too shabby for you. But for like people with bigger hands, you're definitely probably going to be choking up more than anything. But I do like where this little tab's at also. I feel like I don't necessarily feel like I need to go all the way out here. I feel like I can go more right here. Almost like I'm putting pressure going backwards. And that really is what works for me. I really like it like that. It feels pretty good. And yeah, that's just my preference right now with the finger tool right there. Ergos though, overall, like, great job. Like, I really love the way this thing feels in my hand. Like I said, they just did a great job. Now, of course, my hands are like average to medium, small hands, whatever. So it works perfect for me. But if you're definitely bigger hands, definitely choke up. And it is a frame lock if you did not notice yet. It is one thing I liked. Nothing on the blade. Nothing at all. They do have two different versions of this. Well, they have three technically. They have a budget version, but for the titanium versions, they have where the Remette says it on the pocket clip, or they have it on the blade. So this one has nothing on the blade, nothing at all, which is super nice. I like that. And I did have to look up what kind of steel it was because it's not actually written on there, which is kind of surprising because most of the time they have it written on the blade. But this one has the Remette on the pocket clip. Pocket clip is also titanium. Works pretty well. It is not reversible. I'll show you why here in a second. And I think it's pretty cool why. But I'll show you that in a second. But for the blade, it is M390. It's got a flat grind on it. And this is going to be a mouthful, but it's a manual fine grinding with a pearlescent surface effect. Talk about a mouthful. Had to look it up. Just because that's exactly what it said on the Remette website. And another thing, they said it's a spear point. Now, I thought maybe it's more of like I don't know. I would not have said spear point. I don't know why, but that's what it says on the website. I was thinking maybe like a sheep's foot in the way, but it's with a belly, or maybe a drop point. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. Um, but yeah, so it's a spear point. That's what they have on the website. I'll just go with that. It's their knife, right? So you know what? We'll just go with it. Titanium handle. It's got some milling on it to help with the weight. Got the holes right there. And on the inside, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, it's got some right here. Also, not just like these holes right here, but it's also a little bit on the inside milled out. You can kind of see it. And like one back here behind the pocket clip. So it's got milling in it a little bit. Not much because it also has these holes and everything like that. So that definitely helps with your weight reduction. Let's go. That's what I was, yeah, hold on. This is what I was wanting to show you now. So obviously pocket clip is not reversible because it comes with this cool little thing right here. Now, hopefully no one used this because this isn't mine, so I was kind of hoping no one used it. But it's like what do they call it? They call it like a fruit pick or a toothpick on the website. So it's kind of cool. I liked it. I thought it was kind of cool. You know, if you're not gonna do a reversible pocket clip, at least do that. I think what would have been cool is if you could have somehow switched it out to where you could either use this or switch the pocket clip over. But I guess you'd have to have two of these though, just because of the difference. Because it's not going to be the same this way, obviously. So that's the only thing. But this is cool though. I like that. I don't know why. I just do. I thought it's pretty cool. But this thing is phenomenal overall. I really like it. It looks elegant, I feel like. Not too many screws showing. This I could have done without. Like, it's not bad looking. Like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I still really freaking like this knife. I still, like I said, I would say it is still my favorite knife of the year so far. There's a couple months left in the year, so I don't know, we'll figure it out. Or a month and a half, I don't know, whatever. So I could have done without that, but it's still alright. I can live with it. Frame lock is very cool looking. It just works very well. I just like the way it's all done out and cut out and everything like that. Let's get a weight real quick for you. Opening wise, like, it does feel pretty good though too. It's not like super buttery smooth. I think it needs a little bit of like the bearings, the ceramic ball bearings, probably, you know, KPL'd a little bit. But it's not dry feeling or anything like that. Like, this is from the pass round group, so it's probably been used a lot. So it's just getting broke in and probably being used quite a bit. So it probably just needs a little love. So 3.3 for the ounces of the weight for the weight. Let's get let's get this out here too. Let's get this. Oh, that's almost 3 inches, so about 2.95. It's longer than I thought it would be for the cutting edge. It really is. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I'm looking at about 7.1 for the overall length. Check out some screws, looking like some T8s. Let's put this down so we don't cut myself trying to do this. So the pivot is T8. Looks like everything's going to be T8. Obviously, it's both sides. I do not know about the pocket clip on the inside. It looks like it's going to be a T6, so I'm kind of looking at it right there. It does look like a T6. It looks a tad smaller than that, which obviously it's out of the way. You're not going to really be taking it apart too often. Not to switch it over and everything, stuff like that either. Just to pretty much take it apart. I guess clean it, because you really wouldn't take it apart at all. Yeah, unless you want to clean it all up and everything like that. But I don't know. Oh, well. It does have a titanium backspacer also, as you can see right there. And you got a little lanyard hole right there for you. It's kind of cool. Doesn't look too bad. I like when they kind of have those little bars like that. Like, it's a backspacer, but it's also the lanyard hole instead of having an actual hole through the knife altogether. I think this is usually a pretty good substitute. And the thumb studs. I really want to show you the thumb studs. They're a little bit bigger than normal, and I really like them because they're not overly sharp. They're pretty smooth, but aggressive enough to flick easily. Like, I showed you all the flicking, and it worked just fine. And they also are a little thicker. I don't know if I showed you on the first impressions or not, but they are a little thicker. At least they look like it. Maybe it's because they're a little flatter. Honestly, those look the same. They actually look the same. They're just flatter. They're not all, yeah, like here you can kind of see. See on this one how they stick out like the beveled edges or whatever. They're sticking out farther. On the Remette, it doesn't. I actually like them better on the Remette. I don't know, they just work better for me. I like them better. Let's show you some size comparison. Now let's get the raccoon back out. There we go. It's a little smaller than the raccoon, maybe ½ inch. Here's a Praxis, Old Faithful. Quite a bit smaller than that bad boy. So there you go. Here's a Giant Mouth Rio. This thing's awesome. I freaking love that thing too. There you go. Not too shabby. Super. It really is a super nice knife, and they have a budget version. Like I said, they have another one just like this, except with the Remette on the blade. or they have a budget version. I think it's black G10, $50 I think, right around there. Check it out. Like I hear it's just as freaking great, especially for a budget. I think it's 14C28N, I think, for the steel blade. But I've heard great things about it. People love it. Like that, it feels, it's 50 some dollars, but it feels like it could be $100 just the way it feels and works and everything like that. So people love it, and I love the premium version. This thing is awesome. Check it out. The price is $195, so it's a little pricey, but it's a great knife. It really is. I really like this knife, and I'm probably gonna get one. I always try to look at blade bins right now, just on the secondary market, try to get some stuff used, good, but in good shape though too. So usually I try to check stuff out, but great little knife though. Check it out. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, let me know down in the comment section. If you like the videos, leave a thumbs up. Thanks.